could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Pills to make the man, but that poison's gonna chew you from the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, video in English. I really hope you guys like this bracelet. It's very popular in Spanish and it's different. I know I say that with every bracelet, but every bracelet's different. So let's start. I'm gonna use 16 strings, 8 colors. You can always have less strings or more strings. It's up to you. Okay, so what I did, since I started mine with the loop, I did make it a bit too long, but it's okay. So I do have a video on how to make the loop, so make sure to check that out before starting this bracelet if you are using the loop. So I cut 8 strings, all different colors, really long, and fold them in half and made the loop. If you don't want to do the loop, then you're gonna cut 2 of each string. Okay, so 16 strings in total. So the strings that I have, it's a weird combination of colors. So it's pink, red, green, this goldish color, black, a really light yellow, and it looks almost white, purple, and this bluish grayish color. Okay, so we're gonna start with the left side. So I'm just gonna grab whatever string. I'll pick the purple first, and we're gonna do a forward knot to all the strings together. Okay, so it's gonna be purple and then a forward knot. Then we leave it alone. Now we're gonna go to the next color. So I'll do this yellow color, so forward knot. And then put it on the side. So then the next color, let's do green and a forward knot. So you do this with every single string until you end up with just one string at the end. Okay? Okay, see, so this is what I mean with once you're left off with one string. Okay, so now we do the same thing on the other side. Make sure it's the same order if you want the design of diamonds. So it's gonna be purple, yellow, green, gold, red, black, and pink. So the same order on this side, but instead of doing forward knots, we're gonna do backward knots. So purple string, and we're gonna do a backward knot. And then yellow, and it's a backward knot. So again, did you do the same thing with every single string?
It's my time to ride it out.
And this is what we have so far. Let me just, there you go. Okay, so as you can see, it's the same order of colors on both sides. Okay, so now we're gonna start making the diamonds. So we're gonna grab the 2 strings in the middle, make sure they're the same color. It should be the same color, and we're gonna tie them together. I'm gonna do a forward knot. It doesn't matter if it's a forward knot or a backward knot, since the 2 strings are the same color, so the knot's gonna be that one color. There we go. So now we're gonna grab the left one, and we're gonna do backward knots to all these strings except for this one, except for the last one. So in total it's gonna be 6 backward knots. Okay.
It's my time to run.
Okay, then with the same string to the next one, we're gonna do a backward forward knot. Backward, forward. Just like that. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, but instead of backward knot, it's gonna be a forward knot. So we're going to do forward knots to all the strings except for the last one. And then with the same string to the next one, the last string is going to be a forward backward knot. Just like that. So now we're going to grab the middle strings again. Our goal is to end up with all the backward forward knots and forward backward knots all in one line, so that way it makes the half diamond, and with the strings being a mixed knot, then we can finish the diamond. So we're gonna grab the 2 strings in the middle, and then we're gonna tie them together. Then we grab the left one, and we're gonna do 4 backward knots. Okay, so we're doing 4 backward knots because on the next one we're gonna do a backward forward knot, so that way it's next to the other backward forward knot. So it's just 4 backward knots.
Say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now.
Then with the same string to the next one, a backward forward knot. Just like that. So I'm just gonna separate them, put them aside, so that way we don't get confused. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We do 4 forward knots. Then with the same string to the next one, a forward backward knot. And we're just gonna put it aside. So we grab the middle strings again, and we're gonna tie them together. Then we're gonna grab the left string, and this time we're only gonna do 2 backward knots. So that's 1, and then 2, and then to the next string gonna do a backward forward knot. And we put it aside. So we grab the other string, the other green string, and we're gonna do 2 forward knots. There's 1, and there's 2, and then a forward backward knot. and we put it aside. So now this is when we do the diamond, the tiny diamond in the middle. So we grab the 2 strings in the middle and we tie them together. Then we grab the left one and immediately we're gonna do a backward forward knot. And then the other string, a forward backward knot. So now the 2 strings are in the middle, so we tie them together. I always do a forward knot. And see, this is how it's coming out. So now we're finishing the diamond. So you should have all these strings to be a forward backward knot or a backward forward knot. So in total you should have 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So since here is a goldish color, we know that the next string to grab is the green. So we're gonna grab the green one and we're just gonna do like chevrons. So 2 forward knots, 1 and 2. Then we grab the other green string and we're gonna do 2 backward knots, 1 and 2. Then the 2 end up in the middle, that's what we want, and we tie them together. Again, doesn't matter forward or backward knot because they're both the same color. So see, we have our second diamond. So now our next one is the yellow, and we're gonna grab the left one and we're gonna do 4 forward knots.
You can see whatever from behind me, but I'm still fly.
Then we grab the other one and we're gonna do 4 backward knots. The 2 strings end up in the middle, so we tie them together. And there's our 3rd diamond done. So now we're gonna do the 4th one, the last one, which is the purple, which is the 2nd string, 1, 2, and we're just gonna do forward knots to all these strings, which are 6 forward knots.
It's my time to.
Okay, so we grab the other purple string and we're gonna do backward knots to all these strings. Should be in total 6 backward knots. The 2 end up together and we tie them together. Just like that. Okay, so now we have to finish this diamond shape by grabbing on the left side the 2nd string, 1, 2, and we do a backward knot. After doing the backward knot, we put the 2 strings together and we grab the next one and do a backward knot. So now we're doing it backwards. At the beginning, they were like we were making the knots together and then putting them aside. They're already separated, so we're making the knot, and so that way it can be together. See, in that way you can see the diamond. It's getting its 3D shaped. I think that's what I mean. Okay, see, I like it, I like it. And now with the colors, I'm not mad at it. I don't hate it. I'm not in love with the colors, but I think I'll still wear it. So now we do the same thing on the other side, but instead of backward knots, we're gonna do forward knots. So grab the second string, 1, 2, and we do a forward knot. And then we put the 2 strings together, and then we grab the next one in order. Make sure you're grabbing them in order. I almost grabbed the red one. And then we put them together, and then we grab the next one, and you do that with all the strings.
It's my time to ride it out.
And here we have it. See how beautiful it is? Okay, so now we just repeat all this. It's exactly the same steps, but in different order of strings. So now that I've been working on this bracelet, I've noticed that I don't like this color. It's already a weird combination of colors, but this one, grayish, bluish, greenish, I don't even know what the color is. I think it's maybe more like a blue color, but I just not liking it. So when deciding the new order of strings, this one will have to be the last one always, okay? Because if you saw in the beginning right here, that's the string that was all by itself. So I'll try to do that. So what's the next order of strings? So if you look up here, since we started with the purple, well, now we're gonna start with the yellow, and then we grab the green, and then we grab the gold color, and then the red, and then the black, and then the pink. And we're just gonna ignore this one, okay? So let's see, it is the same steps, okay? So I will do this really quick.
And now it's my time to ride.
Okay, so see, it's the same order, and I make sure that the last knot that I do, it's with the purple string, which is the first one that we used. And this one, it's just acting as our base color, the color that I do like the color, but not with these strings, or I'm just being picky. But yeah, so when cutting the strings, I will let you know in advance, this string is gonna be shorter, okay? So that way you're not wasting a lot of string, because I know a lot of you do care about not wasting string. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So remember, I did the order, so it's yellow, green, gold, red, black, and pink, and then there's the purple. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, but instead of forward knots, it's gonna be backward knots.
Say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now.
Okay, there we have it. So now we can just continue doing the diamond. So I'm not gonna repeat the steps again because it's exactly the same as this one, and it's just so repetitive. So you can just rewind the video back to where I started this diamond. So it's just the same steps, just different order of colors of strings. And so yeah, so I will continue with this bracelet so that way you guys can appreciate more the design.
Cheers to all the haters, cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny. And you can see whatever from behind me, but I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. be a hater like you. Oh, clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you from the inside out. It's time to say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now.
And here we have the bracelet. See how beautiful it is. Such a bizarre combination of colors, but I still like it. So there's the loop, and then I made 3, 6, 7 diamonds, and it fits me perfectly. This is how it looks on the other side. There's like a border right here that's sticking out. Like almost always, I do the tie thingies with a rope braid. And so yeah, there it is. So like I said before, you guys can add more strings like I did on this one. This one I made in Spanish. It was like one of my first videos, like super old and bad quality. But see, this one I used more strings and I only made 4 and it fits me perfectly. But see how like the difference with the thickness? Or you can just use less strings like this one. I only used 8 strings, I believe. Yeah, 8 strings, and I was only able to make just a diamond and then the border just like that, but the shape itself is not that noticeable. But maybe you guys like it like that, so there you go. Just wanted to show you a variety with adding more strings or taking away strings. Okay, so that's it. I really hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, please like this video. I also invite you guys to like my Facebook page. That's where I share patterns, bracelet patterns that I use in my tutorials, and also pictures and other stuff. And I try to respond to your guys' messages. And so yeah, so you guys would like to see more videos about these beautiful friendship bracelets, then please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Ain't nobody take me